Let's get it.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Chalk. My name is Andre Quintana, and I'm joined today with
Darius.
Johnny Garza.
And we're going to be talking about some UFC. So one of our favorite sports to watch is just some Ultimate Fighting Championship. We love it. It's been, honestly, just a tremendous part of all of our lives. And let's get right into it. We're going to talk about some top 10 all time. So who wants to break the ice? Who's at number 10?
Number 10, I can rank it. I'm thinking back into the sport when sports started. I got Hoist Gracie.
Okay.
I think about Hoist Gracie. When I think about it really formed what martial arts is into. He was cementing guys real back in the day.
He's cementing big dudes back in the day.
Anybody, man.
Anyone can get the smoke.
Yeah, it didn't matter what size it was. And it's really formed the sport. It's kind of hard not to put him back in. I know he didn't fight much, but it's kind of hard not to put him in the top 10 at least. He's an honorable mention if not. But I really think he deserves it. But where do you guys have him?
Like that?
I would never say anything wrong about putting a Gracie in the top 10. And what's cool about back in those times is in the first, I think it was 5 UFCs, they didn't have weight classes, so it was just whoever showed up. Let's just get it. And so it was also a little bit different format too than what it is today. It was more tournament style. So it definitely, it's that I would not complain about putting him at 10 at all. I got Matt Hughes.
Respect that.
It was tough, but the only guy to beat GSP. GSP's probably going to be in the top 3 for pretty much everybody. So,
it depends on the list. You said that was at 10 or 9?
I have him in my honorable mention. I barely admit.
He was 10? No, that's not bad. I respect it, but...
Well, his wrestling career, too, also does speak for itself because he also was an all-pro wrestler and as well. So, in addition to, also having the stand-up game.
Cejudo down. Cejudo's in the mention. See, because you're talking about wrestling. I tried to bring that up to you earlier before later live. Cejudo, that's what Cejudo. Cejudo is literally a national champion. He's done it all.
But at the same time, he did beat.
Cejudo got his ass whooped.
Cejudo, shout out to Henry, big fan, bro. You better meet him. He's a cool guy. He's like the same height as me. He's a little guy, but it's all right. We're cool. Yeah, he had to make the little guys feel good out here, man. He did it for all of us.
Dude, he did, man.
All right. But what do you got at 10, Darius?
Number 10, I got Mr. All About That Cake. All About That Cake and Chicken. Just because he's two-time champion, Daniel Cormier, I think he dominated at light heavyweight before Jones came in and just, did John Jones shit.
Yeah. That 10's kind of crazy. So your list probably all whacked out. Because I don't have it at 10.
Because he also went and won the heavyweight championship.
How many?
I'll let you know. That's two hard divisions to be a champion.
Yeah, he's in my 10, but he's not number 10. That's kind of disrespect, I think. He's pretty good, bro.
Say he's too low.
Too low?
He's too low at 10? I think so, too.
I have him higher. You'll see.
Yeah, I got him a little bit higher as well. Well, who's at number 9 then?
Number 9, this is where everyone thinks my list is crazy, but I got Izzy.
Oh my god, Adesanya already?
Yeah, bro. 23-1, bro. He
at
only
24
got one loss.
He's still new. He's still got a lot to prove. I don't have him in
15
top 10.
TKOs.
I don't have him
15, bro.
Not yet.
15 finishes.
24 fights, though. He doesn't have enough fights, I don't think, yet to... And there are some guys in here that are
24 fights is enough fights to say that you're the shit.
23. Over some of these other guys, though, I don't know, man. Would you have him over... You have him over Daniel Cormier. Can you explain that? Why is he over Daniel Cormier? Is it just strictly because of the 15 TKOs?
Or he goes out there and he finishes fights. I think he's a better fighter. I think Cormier is a more winning fighter. But I'm saying my best fighter list, I think Cormier is not as good of a fighter as Adesanya. Is he a better wrestler?
So let's break
it out.
Okay, let's break it down. So Cormier is a better wrestler, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that Adesanya's stand-up game is so much better between his defense game to Cormier's that he's that much better offensively.
Yeah, I would agree.
I don't know, man. So submitting wise, I mean, wrestling offensively, I would still take Cormier, wouldn't you? Ground and pound.
Yeah, well, definitely, especially if you're talking
about... Damn, you think his stand-up game's that much better? Fuck, dude. Oh, shit, I know, man. I mean,
you guys, up to your guys coming into the chalk, you'll realize this guy, Darius.
I'm fucking crazy, bro, but Adesanya,
he's part of...
Adesanya is the best striker
already at number 9. In the UFC, I don't think so, no.
You've seen Darius probably in the NFL page, weekly pages that they've been putting up the last few weeks, but he'll be around, and he's a funny guy. Yeah, he's got some crazy takes, but you'll enjoy it.
It's Adesanya. I don't know, man. I'm gonna drop my number 9, and funny enough, it's Daniel Cormier.
Okay, so 10 and 9. So see,
I had him right at 9.
Cormier is a little higher for me. I have at 9 Aldo, Jose Aldo.
See, okay.
See, and I got Aldo a little bit higher, and I guess comparing him to Cormier, really the knock on Cormier is that he got three cracks at Jones, and he could break the code, right? And I think that's the biggest thing to him. Whereas Aldo, really, his biggest loss is to McGregor. Other than that, I don't think he has a tremendously career, detrimental loss, so to speak.
See, I have Aldo at my next spot at 8, and it's because he has 7 title defenses. So that's what he has over Cormier. That's what he has over Adesanya right now. So I think that's like. So who would you don't think Adesanya deserves to be in the top 10? Is what I'm hearing though. I want to go back to this.
I don't have.
So who would you take out and put in then?
All right. Well, I have a different guy than you got on your list at number 8, and this is where our list differed. I got BJ Penn.
BJ Penn's on my list. Don't worry.
Damn, who the fuck do you have there? All right, well, I got BJ Penn right here at number 8.
BJ Penn's on my list, bro.
Yeah. I was gonna say 2-time champ. I would take him all day over Israel Adesanya.
BJ Penn's the best submission artist in lightweight history.
Dude, I literally have seen his leg in the air and he's just fucking a dude up. They don't do that no more, man. It's all about the slip and the slide and all that. And they don't fight like BJ Penn does anymore.
No,
BJ
Penn was a true.
That was a scrapper, man. There's no bullshit.
Just went out there and he was gonna fuck you up.
BJ was pretty good, man. But he's not GSP. And he'll never beat GSP.
Hey, he also didn't oil himself up to win that
fight. We're only in number 8.
Oil. It wasn't oil.
Bro, he baby oiled himself up so he couldn't get freaking grappled by BJ Penn. He's a hoe. GSP, I hope you heard that. BJ Penn.
Who do you have at number 8? Since we ripped our number 8s.
Ronda, man. Ronda Rousey.
Shit, Ronda Rousey.
I respect
listen, I respect it. She redefined, she made a women's division, really, and that's really cool to see. I respect it, because I love watching the women scrap it down just as much as I like the men. It's fucking dope as fuck.
Paved the way for Amanda Nunes.
These are crazy. I mean, it's been a crazy ride, but she really, revolutionized the sport of MMA, and it's I don't know. I mean, it's a hot take, but I like Ronda at 8.
No, do you want to say your number 7?
7, Khabib. I have Khabib. Khabib at 7.
That's really
high.
Like, but I'm saying like you're not.
Oh, low. Yeah, I have him.
I have him
closer to 1.
I don't think that's low. We talked about it. I mean, we didn't talk about you but like, he hasn't really fought like the greatest, like out there. He's a pick and choose guy. He hasn't lost, but he's a pick and choose guy, and he doesn't have a crazy amount of defenses. I've talked to different people about it, and I think it's a fair take. Because, there's guys out there that, if he did fight, we don't know whatever happened. If he fought Oliveira right now, would he beat Oliveira?
See, that's one thing I wanted to ask you. He comes back for one more fight. He's at 29-0, right? There's about 20.
He won't, though. It was for, in the back of it, it was for his father, and RIP, like, for all that, and, but he really did a lot. Like, a lot of this was, like, he said he didn't even want to do it anymore because it was his father's dream, actually, to be, like, what he was doing, how the father-son type thing. So
right, he was living his dad's dream.
Yeah, so, I mean, but if he does...
Well, I just meant like 30 is cooler than 29, because when you see 29, you still see a 2 in the front. But when you see that 3, I mean, does that change? You know what I mean? Because that could change a lot of ideas. And it also depends on who the fighter is. But I think also seeing the
if he comes back and fights the welterweight champion, Leon Edwards.
Leon?
Oh, yeah.
That
would be a good fight.
That would be a good fight.
That would be a good fight.
Way to immediately cement his legacy.
I don't know, though.
Well, his 2 best wins are Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor, right?
Yeah. And he ran through both of them when he did. So I think if anything, who knows? Who knows? He could have.
That's pretty.
I mean, he's the guy that's on the telling people on the ground to quit. While he's hitting the face on the side of the cage with his fist. He's like just quit, man. He's like this. You don't want this. This is what he's like. I fight bears.
I fucking wrestle fucking bears.
I was like, that's scary.
If you guys haven't done yourself the fucking liberty, go out there and look up Khabib wrestling a bear. It's the fucking dopest shit.
I fight bears. You nothing near me. You're not my challenge to me.
He's not scared. He's not scared of any human, man. If
I was 5 years old fighting bears. What were you doing?
he would run through. That's my thing, dude. Is I know he's only 29-0, but if he had the desire to become 50-0, I'm not saying he would get there, but I mean.
It's just
pretty much dominate everybody, but
you guys have him higher than 7.
I have him higher, yeah.
See, because I have Aldo lower, and you guys, that's crazy. So I mean, I'm just
my 7's Nunes, so that's who I have.
I have Nunes at Okay, Nunes is up a little higher. I can speak on it.
Well, I actually have Amanda Nunes at 7, funny enough. And the reason I do, she just lost to Juliana Pena. Dude, if she has double belts, if she has 2 belts,
but never has that loss.
And she just lost. It's just the wrong time, man, to lose. It was the wrong time to lose.
Yeah, it was the wrong time to lose, but at the same time, she still like had her resume like actually speaks though, like a lot. Like she's really like, I mean, other than that, I mean, she's dominated. She dominated the whole division, just like you talk about John Jones doing that. Talking about guys.
But John Jones has lost.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah. We're talking about dominating without losing.
Well, because she has 4 losses. She has 4 losses on her record, and honestly, if she doesn't lose to Pena, what I was gonna say is she'd be 5. For me, she'd be 5 if she doesn't lose that one loss.
I can speak my 5. I have Amanda Nunes at 5. I have her right in the middle of the pack. It's Amanda Nunes. It's kind of she's a lioness. If she comes back and she's just as dominant and she gets her title back, I mean, it's gonna be.
So who do you have at 6?
There's only been 3 people to have 2 belts at once, too. By the way, and Amanda Nunes is one.
Who do you have at 6 to have over Nunes?
Over Nunes, I got Jose Aldo 6.
See,
it was tough, but 11 title defenses. You know, Amanda Nunes does have 2 belts, but she hasn't even gotten to 11 title defenses in 2 different
divisions. Who do you
have at 6?
So
me at 6, I got Mighty Mouse. Demetrius Johnson.
Ooh, that's the best. Low. I have Cormier at 6.
That's fair.
That's.
I think that's a little high for him, but
no, he before Big Boy John came in there, he really like took away 2 divisions and he was really dominant.
How many title defenses does he have though?
How many title defenses? I mean, I don't know. You could look. I mean, I didn't look into the stats of that. I should have, but did you get the stats?
Yeah, see to have him that high, you'd have to have his title defenses.
But he does have.
I think he only has like 3 or 4.
He has a stout record though. I think he's only lost a few times in his fighting. You know, he's on. How many times has he lost? I mean, he's
lost to Jones twice. I know that. One of them was no contest.
Anyone else?
Yeah, he lost to heavyweight.
It's just Jones, right?
Didn't Stipe beat him? So maybe that's why Stipe's on
doing a quick fact check. But I believe he's got 4. I believe he's got 4 losses.
Yeah, fact check. Yeah, because I mean,
and 3 of them were to John Jones. Well, 2 losses and 1 no. Wasn't it DQ'd on one of them?
No, it was just 1 loss and 1 no contest.
Oh, 1 no contest.
22 and 3. So and
one no contest. One was to Stipe, right?
And the 2 to Jones. My bad. Okay, then 2 to Jones.
Lost to Stipe. He lost to Stipe twice.
Oh, see, so 2 to Stipe, 1 to Jones.
One technically 2 to Jones.
Yeah,
that the other one got.
That's why Stipe and Jokic
count when you're coked out of your mind.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
we're almost there. We're almost there.
Hey.
We're almost down.
I love John Jones. I'm sorry.
All right, so you got a 5. You got Nunes.
I didn't mean to say that.
So we got 6 and 5. At 5, I have Mighty Mouse. And actually, at 5, I had a typo. Mighty Mouse has the 11 title defenses. I actually think Jose Aldo has 7. My bad.
Yeah,
I had a typo. But Mighty Mouse has the 11 title defenses. That's why I have him over 5. I have him at 5. Yeah, that's my 5. Did you want to go with your 5?
My number 5. I got the Eagle. Khabib
Nurmagomedov. Okay.
The best wrestler in my opinion of all time.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
I've never seen anyone to just go into the octagon and just dominate the ground like that.
He's a 5 to 7. Those guys that done more than him and fought way better than him and hold the title.
I don't know about better though, man. That's
so. Tell me, who's ever dominated him? That's the thing that puts him at 5. No one's ever made him look like he would be like worried.
Who's that? Ali Quinta, right? Is it Ali Quinta? He's the only one to take him to the 5th round.
Yeah, 5th round.
But
he was still in control that whole fight.
I respect it, but it's like he could have. I mean, there's just guys he could fight still that can really make noise on who he.
How do you know that they didn't? They wanted to fight him.
And I mean, that's what it could have been. He wanted to fight him, but he never took the fight.
Maybe there's people that didn't want to get hurt by Khabib.
That's the thing, though, man. I think he has 1 more fight left on his contract. That's why I say he wanted to retire, but I think he does. That's why I say if he comes back, he has 1 fight. He hits the magic.
Come back and fight Nate Diaz.
No.
Honor mentioned Nate Diaz.
No, he needs to go a little bit higher than Nate Diaz. He comes back, fights Leon Edwards, and beats the shit out of him, man. It's no contest.
Yeah, 2 division champ. And
he's fucking, he's right there with
Come do it, Khabib, please.
Go Chargers.
Prove to me why you're number 5. You're not
shouldn't even
say that.
They're off to a rough start, man.
I know, man. I know. We ain't gonna talk about it. It's the UFC.
All right, number 4.
All right.
Do you want to just, because I think we all had the same fight. Yeah.
4s?
Yeah, number 4. Everyone knows that I'm going to be biased with mine. Slow BJ Penn. Early 2 division champion.
That's a little high. I got him maybe an honorable mention, but
he's got too many losses.
Yeah, too many losses.
You got okay, but the thing with BJ Penn is a lot of his losses came early in his career.
And he's still fighting.
When he fought in like the heavyweight division, light heavyweight division, he went all the way from heavyweight down to featherweight his career. So how many fighters can you say that have fought at that vast of a freaking weight?
Because they didn't have an MMA division. That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, he had a lot of losses early in his career.
Well, look at a guy like Gracie who won a couple of those tournaments while being a smaller guy. I mean, so you got to at the same time.
Exactly. So
it was before we had a division of wrestlers. Now we have our Marcus.
See, I feel BJ Penn made Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu like mainstream with how great he was at choking motherfuckers out when he got to the ground. Mm-hmm. That and like he went out there and every fight that he went out, he was fighting.
Well, even in a disadvantaged position, he made it advantageous. Like we were talking about, dude, the guy would have his leg up in the air and he would just fucking right hand you. And it's like, I mean, it was a disadvantaged position. He would make it, and it's not that it shouldn't have been.
A crazy ass fighter.
He would do the shit that nobody else would do. It's video game fight, man. It's like, hey, dude, just run in there and beat the shit out of him. It's like, okay,
man, he dominated the lightweight division for years until Frankie.
When he has some big wins, man, you know what I mean. Frankie Edgar's a big win multiple times, I think, right? Twice.
Yeah.
So he's got some big wins too, man, in his career throughout it.
So and then freaking being a welterweight champion, beating Matt Hughes for the title, that's a huge win. You have who had Hughes on their list?
I did.
Exactly. And BJ Penn beat him.
Hughes is yeah.
No, he's got some good wins, man. Hughes
is good. Hughes is not,
See, I can't even complain. Honestly, at 4, I got Khabib, and the reason is strictly, man, he's the only guy in the history of the sport to hit 29-0. He hasn't lost, and I don't know. To me, there's a respect game for it. I do understand that he doesn't have the same amount in fights of totality as a couple guys above him. That's why he's at 4, but he also didn't lose with 3 title defenses. So it's not like he didn't. But I don't know, man. When you don't lose, it's like fuck.
And talking about not losing, at 4, I have a guy that never lost, and he's in another place now, but Demetrius Johnson. He's, that guy really, did the same thing, and his record speaks. He's fought really good people all throughout, when he was, and dude's a beast. Dude was a beast, and, it would be cool to still see him in the UFC, but when he was here and when he was doing his thing, he was really great. He was really great, and he's number 4.
Number 4. That's a little high for him.
Do you think that's high for him?
Yeah, I just his 4 losses.
I take him over BJ Penn.
He doesn't have 4 losses. If you're talking about the other lot, we're talking about just in the UFC. I think he only lost 1 time.
I think he had 2.
2 losses in the UFC, 2 losses in was it 1? Yeah, 1.
But then at the same time, who did he beat? The featherweight division and bantamweight division.
Who did he beat?
Yeah, and flyweight.
You want me to look? I mean, I didn't look. I should stat check it.
Well, I'm just saying. Do you know anyone you beat off the top of your head? I know Benavidez. That's a big name, kind of.
Did he beat Tony Ferguson?
Did he beat Akokoi?
I think he might have.
I thought he beat Tony Ferguson.
At featherweight?
He beat.
I think so.
Title fights? Holy
maybe.
shit.
I don't know, maybe.
Okay, guys, so you're going to be crazed out. Dominic Cruz.
That's a huge one. I do love
Benavidez, John Dodson. Benavidez again. He beat Hasudo, Tim Elliott, Ray Borg, Hasudo, and then he lost to Morales, but then he came back and won to Morales. But I mean, other than that, he has really big fights. I mean, he's 32-4-1 technically. That's his stats on
And he beat Cejudo twice.
13 submissions.
Once, right?
He has 13 submissions though in his career, which is kind of crazy.
Fucking badass on the ground now.
I did mean to swap Mighty Mouse and BJ Penn, so I completely agree on that note. So I did actually have Mighty Mouse at 4 and BJ at 6. Just because of his record.
It says 1 minute ago, or 1 month ago, I think it was Demetrius Johnson KOs Morales to reclaim 1 title. So he fought. That's where
he's the one champion right now.
I didn't know Morales. What is his name? Andrew or the first? I can't think of his name. Not Morales. That was in the UFC. He's in 1 as well. He just refought.
A lot of them are actually moving over.
A lot of them. I didn't know. Yeah, DJ, and that would have been a cool fight to watch today.
Yeah, one's actually been kind of like.
Was Morales the champion then? I mean, you said he regained it. I mean, he must have lost it to. Is that who he lost to? You said he lost a fight. Was it Morales his first fight?
No, he lost to Cejudo, and then I thought he left.
In 1. You said the one he lost in 1, didn't he? He lost.
I actually don't know who it was, but it was his very first fight in 1. I'm pretty sure. I don't know offhand. I haven't seen the 1. Yeah, I haven't watched 1.
I haven't either, but
no, I should.
We should all watch 1.
Everyone should probably tell us to watch 1 in the comments.
Who's at 3? Who do we got?
Number 3. It's
a tough race.
Hey, Silva.
Silva's at 3.
Oh. Spider deserves to be at 3. He's fought. Yes, I know everyone, but the 2 guys above him, it's kind of hard.
2,457 days as champion.
I mean, okay.
That's a hell of a long time, man. 2,457 days. No, I know we got some stats wrong. How long of a break
did your number 2 have? Because I have GSP at number 3.
Hey, you want to know how long GSP?
I got GSP at 3 as well.
GSP's at 2 for me, and you want to know how long GSP held the title?
How long?
2,204 days.
So yeah, 200 days
off. That's not bad though. It's basically half a year off. So,
but how many finishes does he have? Because I remember him just like laying on people for a lot of his fights.
9 consecutive.
Because Anderson Silva went out there and he was sleeping mofos.
I mean, he was also. I mean, it's a different type. You can't.
Silva was an exciting fighter.
You didn't say that about Khabib. You thought Khabib, his ground game, you thought that's
he finishes fights though on the ground.
They both finish
fights.
GSP rarely freaking finished by TKO.
It's a smart fighter. How can you hate the sport?
GSP stopped trying to finish fights and started trying to defend his title.
You're one of those UFC fans though that just want knockouts and finishes. That's not.
I want to see someone who's actually trying to finish.
You're probably the hater of a baseball guy too, where you're like, oh, I want to see just home runs and dingers all day. You're like, but if it's nothing's going on and Shohei Ohtani has 8 innings with a no hitter, that's exciting, man. That's great baseball. I wish I was there for that shit. Like it's something you never see. Like it's professional wise. But talking about this,
hot take, baseball's boring.
Hot take, soccer's boring.
Wow.
But shout out to the World Cup. If not, besides the World Cup. Besides the World Cup. The World Cup's the only time for women and men it's exciting. But you're telling me you're going to be sitting there watching club games?
Yeah, no
one watches club games unless you're we're from America. I'm sorry. I'm going to watch American football.
Real quick. GSP. The reason GSP did it awesome is because he ran out on the sunset, right? He ended his fight, I think, on 11 fight winning streak. He didn't lose after that. I mean, honestly, that's the way to go out.
Came back and got another title.
Yeah, so if you're
that's Michael Bisping's little drunk ass the whole time.
Yeah, so if you're gonna go out, that's the way to go out, is on top. Because honestly, the thing about Silva, I got GSP at 3, mostly because Silva's kind of like the nostalgia guy. I don't know. It's kind of even like
and GSP's nostalgic, bro.
No, man. When you think MMA, you think GSP. I think Silva, man. Silva's like grandpa style.
He beat BJ Penn. Like we're talking
like fucking 50, man. He's still gonna be knocking fools out.
BJ Penn, bro. Like, and then he can't. He has young.
He'll be GSP, 55, still trying to fight motherfuckers, dude. He's still going out.
Tito Ortiz too. He will be too. These guys, Tito.
If they allow Tito, he would be out there.
If not, Tito's gonna be fighting at bars. He might fight Darius' ass at a bar soon.
Hey, I love you, Tito Ortiz. I think Tito's better than Chuck.
Wow, Chuck's gonna find you at a bar.
But I think too, at the same time, man, he has a longevity argument. I mean, fuck, dude, he's at 70 fights now. You know, I don't know, man. It's hard to be like, he doesn't have enough fights. He doesn't have enough wins. He doesn't have enough titles and defenses
to dispute it. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, GSP is definitely not. I don't know. It's like apples to oranges, 3-2. I mean, it's funny because we all have the same guy at 1. We all have the same guy.
Because my number 2 is actually John Jones.
What the fuck? You have John Jones at number 2?
Who do you have at 1?
Are you fucking high,
Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva's at 1.
Oh my god, bro.
11 title offenses, bro.
Put the hats in the back.
He's the most.
Dude, that's some bullshit.
He's the most consistent champion of all time.
No, he's not. Hold up.
He dominated his division for
hot takes.
Hold up. This is all right. I'm gonna hit you from his first title defense. This is John Jones starting March 19, 2011. First title defense. Shogun Rua, Rampage Jackson, Machida, Rashad Evans, Vitor Belfort, Chael Sonnen, and Alexander Gustafsson. That fight, September 23rd, 2013. That's within 2 years.
That's crazy.
That's not even his full list, man. That's in 2 years. Glover, Teixeira, Cormier, St.
because then he takes
Cormier again. Gustafson again.
But it doesn't count
And
because
then
he beat
3
Cormier
more
in no
fights
contest.
on top of that.
It shouldn't have been a no.
26-1.
It should have been a no contest because it was a little microgram that was probably in a stake of something that wasn't even a steroid. They said steroids. He was taking something and it wasn't even what it was. So leave that alone and let that be. He beat Cormier's ass multiple times and Cormier still wants to fight him. Like, bro, he's like, I made you cry after a fight. Leave me alone.
Professional athletes, I guarantee you,
I do
that is
love
probably
John
more
Jones.
common.
See,
than
like John Jones, like I don't want. I
John's
say
the man,
nothing
bro.
negative against him. I've met him 3 times. Fucking great guy.
That John Jones?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
3 times apparently.
Yeah, 3 times.
Fucking, I
3
wish I
times
met
in the
John
same
Jones.
weekend. It was
Well, John, if
crazy.
you meet him again, slap him on the back of his head.
No, bro, nothing but love for John.
Have
John,
him
honestly, okay, it's honestly 1A, 1B. Like all
You
it
have
is,
Silva at 1 though?
just because of how consistent Silva was for such a long
Bro,
time.
And how long are you talking about John Jones' not consistency, bro?
Because he's
26.
taken-
Well, he hasn't.
How long has it been
What was
since
he,
he
22
fought?
years old? What do you mean he's been fighting since he was 22 in the UFC? What do you mean how long has been since he's fighting? He's been fighting, dude. He's been knocking
all-
fools out
all it is
since
is
he got the belt. And when he was like a young
Not
cat.
even, I was gonna say he's been knocking fools out since the day he was born, man. I mean, I think that's who he is, man, as a person. You know, I don't know, man. He's the epitome of the UFC. What is it? It's to be bad as fuck. It's to knock anybody out that crosses your path.
The biggest reach you'll ever. That's why no one can snap to him. He has an 84.5 reach. This guy literally has like basically arms for people, bro. It's not even fair. Like that's why people go around and like he has such a far reach in everything that happens in every game. The guy that was closest to him to beat him maybe was Gustafson. That was a close fight. He broke his.
That was his best.
He broke his leg in that fight, and that fight was crazy. That one, it was the first one, not the second one. The second one he came back.
Oh, he beat his ass.
Jones
in the
beat
second
his
one.
ass.
Oh yeah, no.
But that first fight, it could have, it was close. And like John being the champ, it's hard. You really gotta like beat the champion or like knock the champion out, I think, or submit him or something.
You know how many guys he's put to sleep and knocked out and all that, dude. That's the thing. Especially that guy, especially John Jones. You're not dude. You got to. Dude, he put Machida to sleep. All
He's
those
never.
guys.
He's a guy that's never lost as well. I mean, technically he has that one loss, but it was
wasn't
a bullshit that wasn't a loss. So technically he's never lost. And if he goes to heavyweight and he does his thing, gets the championship, and never loses, or maybe loses one
nobody
time,
will even be able to touch it.
nobody will even touch him. He's number 1 undisputed.
I was about to say it. Yeah, it'd almost be the Wayne Gretzky argument.
And see, that's the other thing I have
nobody
over.
else. I mean, it's nobody else.
Silva's actually went up in weight class and actually has wins at light heavyweight. Because I was there when he knocked out Forrest Griffin in Philadelphia.
But he has so many losses now.
So many losses now that it's.
And I know he's got more fights in totality. He's got more fights, right? But at the same time, he's 26
and he's about to fight a fucking. How can you have respect him? He's about to fight a Paul brother, man.
Because it's
in a boxing match.
So you don't respect
Mayweather? Exhibition too.
You don't respect Mayweather?
It was an expedition to make it worse.
So you don't respect Mayweather?
No, I don't. We should do a boxing video next.
I don't.
But no, Mayweather is probably barely cracking the top 10. I think
Mayweather's top 5.
No, bro, no, man. Dude, Sugar Ray. Oh my, Robinson. Dude, Sugar Ray Robinson back in the day would be better. No, dude,
Wait, top 5 all time?
Yeah.
Dude, you got like guys like Mike Tyson, all
Rocky Marciano has more wins than him, and he's 69-0. You have to put Marciano above him. You can't by default.
And then
Julio
Chavez. That guy's not.
And he was 87-0 before he lost the fight, and that's a fucking man. Do you want to talk about a guy that'll go in there and beat your ass?
MMA,
that is what
we'll do boxing.
Try to run it from Julio Cesar Chavez, will back corner and fucking hammer you to death in the liver, man, and then come over the top.
And Floyd,
just wait.
Real quick, back to both of them. Floyd was like Khabib. Chose his fights, knew what he was going to do. Chose guys when they were good fighters, but they were older in their career after they've lost and something bad happened to them.
He also didn't dominate like Khabib. Dude, Floyd almost lost to Marquez straight up. Dude, Khabib, there's never been a moment where you're like, I don't know, man. No, dude. He comes out, he grabs you, he fucks you up.
Floyd knows
Khabib is not a fight.
Floyd will cheat shot you or do something like phony to, make a way to
do some weird shit with his shoulder rolls and shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It happens every fight. I mean, he almost lost to, who's that other, there's another Mexican dude I can think of, Ortiz. You said Ortiz, right?
Marquez.
He almost lost. Remember Ortiz too? And remember they went like close into when they got close, and then he like gave him a little punch, and they were like, everyone was like, what? And it was a punch that was after they how it's not a hug, I guess you would say, like when they're disputing if it's what's it called when they get tangled up, and when they were about to untangle, and then I think the ref barely put his fist and he cheap shot at him, and it was like everyone was like, what the fuck, bro? Like they weren't even like behind, they weren't even back yet, they weren't even.
Well, right, we need to say this because honestly, but even the Sugar Ray Leonard fight, you know.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just saying, dude, there was a lot of fights. Yeah. He almost lost a lot of time, dude. Khabib, there's never been for an instant, 1 fucking second where you're like, I don't know, man. No,
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's fairly fair though. I mean, see, Darius. I mean, you got to think about.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, so you got John. We got John, and
I'm not mad with John Jones
Silva.
won though.
John and Silva, yeah.
2-2. We got 2-1.
John Jones is the undisputed number one of all time.
I'm fine with
Love
that.
to see it.
Love to see it, and if he comes, we want to see him all back in heavyweight. He comes back to heavyweight. He does his thing. If he beats Francis Ngannou, it's gonna be crazy.
He beats Ngannou. It's undisputed.
And then he's gonna want, and then they're going to want to see him fight Stipe, and then the Stipe, end the market. The other thing, here's Stipe.
If he ran the gauntlet in the heavyweight, it would truly be undisputedly
ESPN has Stipe in like a number 5 spot, and he should not be that high. We don't have Stipe anywhere in our top 10.
No offense, but no.
Maybe an honorable mention, but I mean. Nganou's way better.
Just looking at him, yeah, man.
I think Cain Velasquez is better than.
Dude, Cain Velasquez fought Brock Lesnar, beat the shit out of him, man.
Guys like Frankie,
well, not beat the shit, but I mean, he's still.
I don't think he's ever.
Dude, Brock's a big man, though. Have you seen how big he is, dude? That's a massive human being, dude.
He's a walking coke machine, dude. That dude was with arms and legs. He'll fuck you up any day of the week.
The alpha male of our species. That's Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I got a couple. I had a couple of honorable mentions that didn't make the list. Like you said, Steve Miocic, he's in a lot of top 5. I don't know, man. I don't see it. He lost to Ngannou and Cormier recently, and I don't know, man. He also beat Cormier, I know that, but I don't know, man. I wouldn't put him in the top 10. I think he's an honorable mention. Conor McGregor, too. He's just a talker, man. Honestly,
Conor do like a top 5 heavyweight.
McGregor,
that would be tight.
McGregor was going to be in there, but the thing with McGregor is that he's at least honorable mention because he really did graduate the sport to another level. Like people that were never watching sports or
Conor McGregor is the best talker
to ever.
He's like one of the best promoters, bro.
Yeah.
He can promote anything.
He can still promote. He could be a fucking promoter now. Yeah, he just go out there and talk shit, and then the people would watch just for him. Yeah, just because
he's entertainment.
Same thing.
He's a sports.
He's Bruce Buffer when Bruce Buffer's gone, and not necessarily to announce and shit and intro fights, but fucking
shout out AEW. This guy. Other shit. Volkanovski, another guy.
Volkanovski, yeah.
Volkanovski. It's Volk.
Well, no, but dude, he's on the rise though, man. Yeah. Him and also Usman. You know what I mean? Usman just lost, so that's gonna obviously put a damper in his run and shit. But
like I said, Cejudo, Brock, guys like that.
Someone I was kind of bummed about snubbing from my list, Randy Couture. He did a lot for the sport. He was
Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz, man.
The only thing that I have Couture over
Rampage Jackson.
Rampage is huge, but the only thing I have Couture has over all of them is a 2-division champion. He was the first ever 2-division champion.
Yeah, there's guys I love.
That's true. One of the 4, man.
There's guys that I like. I'm real big fans of that. Aren't in the list, but just guys that I'm real fan. Like Forrest Griffin. Guys that were early in there. Uriah Faber.
Frankie Edgar was just a badass dude, man. Just fighting a bunch of dudes. That was just one of the best times of all the UFC.
Frankie, and then we got guys like, he's crazy now, but Diego Sanchez, he did a lot, Sanchez did a lot. Frankie
I really respect the Diaz brothers more than them.
Dude, the Diaz brothers, man, that's some memorable fights. I can't believe he beat McGregor still, man.
I love that fight.
Well, no, it was beautiful. I know he won it. I just didn't think he had it in him, man. He went out there and fucking beat his ass.
And he almost beat George St. Pierre, too.
Yeah.
If not, it was arguable. People do say he still beat. My brother will be the one to say he beat GSP.
Fuck you, Frenchie.
And GSP could have. And the thing we have GSP somehow, but GSP could have. Potentially. The judges were kind of swayed, but I think he might have lost to Johnny Hendricks that one fight, and Hendricks could have had. I don't know.
Where would Hendricks be if all of a sudden he got exactly, man? He gets
rewatch that fight, but Hendricks also got caught up with he was on steroids and stuff too, so that's kind of flunking, of course. Remember, got caught back in that. And,
well, 2 guys in my favorite fight of all time, man. Still to this day, dude. Robbie Lawler, Carlos Condit. These are the guys in the top 10. But I remember Robbie Lawler not having a lip, dude, by about round 4, and he's still. And they were getting it, man. And that's just hard out there. And I don't know, man. You love to see it.
You love to see just great, MMA. But
just fucking getting it, dude.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Dominic Cruz.
Shout
out to Dominic.
Shout out to Dominic.
Dominated the bantamweight division for a long time.
He did, man. If he didn't get that injury, we could be having a whole other, dude, honestly, he really took it to him. And
but if he never got injured, but he still lost to Demetrius Young, so he'd have that refight with Demetrius. But it could have been a whole different, if he beat him, maybe,
whole different argument.
Whole different argument.
Right on, guys. We'll chalk it up till next time, and have a good rest of your day.
Oh, yeah.